Today we're going to start writing linear equations. We split section 8.5 into 2 days. So what you're going to see today is that I'm going to be giving you an equation in slope-intercept form. Or excuse me, you're going to write the equation in slope-intercept form, and I'm going to give you the slope and the y-intercept. So the first thing we need to remember is slope-intercept form is y equals mx plus b. And today I'm going to give you the m and the b, and you're simply going to rewrite the equation. So plugging the m, 1/2 in for m, we get y equals 1/2 x, and our b is a -5, so we're going to write -5. Now we want to graph, which we've been practicing. So remember, when you graph, you start at the y-intercept. You always start here. And it's the y-intercept, so it goes on the y-axis at -5. Now our slope is 1/2, which means we are rising 1 and running 2. So from this point in the positive direction, we're going to go up 1 over 2, up 1 over 2, and we're going to continue that pattern until we're out of room on the graph. I also like to go the other direction, down 1 and left 2, just so students can see that you can go both ways. This line does have positive slope as it's increasing from left to right, and then we want to just draw on our line. Now my rule was that you need to have at least 5 points. Some students like to plot the y-intercept and then do 2 points to the right and 2 points to the left. Some students will do all the points to the right or all to the left. Other students will do more than 5, but you need to have at least 5 points on the graph. Number 2, it says m equals -2 and b equals 3. So -2 goes in front of the x and the +3 in the back because it's positive. So again, this is where we start up at +3. And now our slope, it doesn't look like a fraction, so we're going to put it over 1 so that we know we're going to rise 2 and run 1. Several of you were trying to use the back number and rising 2 and running 3, but once you plot the y-intercept, you're done with this number. You don't need 3 anymore. We only use the slope to help us draw our next points. So we're going to go up 2, but this time we have to go left 1 because this slope is negative, so we need to go in the negative direction. And I'm also going to go down 2 and to the right 1, so I'm going down 2 and over 1. Down 2 over 1, down 2 over 1. That gives us negative slope. Notice it's decreasing from left to right. Here we have m equals 0, y equals 0x, minus 3/5. So you can write 0x or you don't have to write anything. You can also just write y equals -3/5. Remember that 0 slope is a horizontal line, and it's going to cross the y-intercept at -3/5. So -3/5 is 60% of the way to -1, and we're just going to draw a horizontal line right through that spot. This is the one instance where you don't need to have 5 points because they're all on the horizontal line. This time I've kind of flipped things around. We've got b equals 0 and m equals -1, so just make sure you're still putting the right numbers in the right spot. Y equals -1x plus 0. You can also just say y equals -x, so you don't have to write the 1 and you don't have to write the plus 0, but you do have to understand that this is still where we're starting. Where is 0 on the y-axis? It's right in the middle. So from here we're going up 1 over 1 in the negative direction. And this kind of makes like a diagonal through these points. Again, you don't have to go all the way through the graph. Looks like this. So So in class we'll practice writing the equations given the slope and the y-intercept, and some more practice with graphing.